Christmas. I promised, I didn't do a live last week, and I said, I'm going to do one next Sunday. And then it got to Thursday, and I was like, when's Christmas? And my mum said, it's on Sunday. And I'm like, oh, because I did promise. And so here I am, and it's Christmas. It's definitely Christmas, even though I thought it was just another day. To be honest, it was just another day, but it's Christmas anyway, and also the 7th day of Hanukkah, if you celebrate that, and probably other things as well, a couple of days after the solstice, and other things, and if you're not religious, it's just a day, and if you're into Mithras, it's something to do with him, and if you're to do with other things, it's a little bit after Yule, and it's a lot of things, because it's a day off school, and today is Christmas, and hello to the one person that's here, and it's Christmas if you celebrate it, and it's Christmas if you don't celebrate it, because it just is, unless you're in Australia, in which day it's tomorrow, hello, happy Christmas to you, Stephanie, and I am here in Wales, and I had loads of lovely gifts. I had some socks, and I had a top, and some slippers. I had some Christmas slippers. Hooray for slippers! Everyone needs Christmas slippers. Yay, which is good, because my other slippers are breaking. So, happy Christmas, happy Christmas, happy Christmas, happy Christmas, happy Christmas, happy Christmas, or whatever. It is Sunday. I had some Christmas dinner. I had sprouts and lots of chestnuts. And I made some marron glacé for my mother. And you can see that on TikTok if you care to look. But I'm not putting it here because it's too long for shorts and it's too short for anything else. But you can go and see it if you want to. I'm here for another week or two. And then I'm back to London. I don't know what I'm going to do there. But never mind. Because it's nearly over, is Christmas. Christmas nearly over. It started and then it finished. It's over and done with. Blah. I hope if you celebrate it, you had a lovely day. And I hope if you don't celebrate it, you had a lovely day. Because lovely days are for everyone, let's be honest. So yes, this is my Christmas special. And you can see my contact lenses in the background. Just move that out of the way. And yay. So yeah, it's been a nice day. Like I said, I gave more gifts than I got, but that is the spirit of giving of Christmas, and that's good. And I got like a little puppet thing for my niece, so that's really good. And lots of sour sweets from my nephews. So I think they appreciated it. And just the usual, I mean, I got some socks, and I gave some socks to my brother. So everyone got socks for everyone. Yay! And I got gifts for people. And obviously, like I said, I made some marron glacé for my mum, which are very expensive things. If you try and buy them, they're about 20 quid for 8. My mum's like, oh, I hope you didn't pay that for them, because I've got them in the past. It's like, anyway, it takes days to make. Days and days and days. And I think they're worth it. I hope they're worth it. They better be worth it. Anyway, I've made them now. And Christmas is nearly over. Oh my goodness, it's just over with. And today there was a worldwide premiere of Doctor Who. That's Neil Patrick Harris there. Happy Christmas Ollie, happy Christmas Terry, happy Christmas Stephanie. It is the worldwide premiere of the trailer for Doctor Who. My mum, we were like, oh, let's watch it. My mum was like, when is it? It's like November. It's like, November? Yes, a long time. This is the teaser. They put a teaser on Twitter going, oh, look, and everyone's like, oh, maybe there's going to be a special webisode or a special, maybe they'll just cancel Michael McIntyre's circle-y thing, which nobody really wanted, and put on a Doctor Who instead. But of course they didn't do that. That was too much to hope for. That would have been a splendid Christmas present, but they would have probably trailed it a little bit further rather than just springing it on people. Although that's a lovely surprise, but they didn't do that. So yes, I hope the day has been splendid for everyone. It has been. It has been. It has been. It hasn't been anything, because that's not a thing. Hello. Yes, so I don't know what tomorrow will bring, and lovely to them, and everybody will live in the sun, and the rain will only rain when you need to grow some plants, and every other day it'll be great, and you won't need sunscreen because you'll have your own natural protection for some reason, and you won't get terrible things, and all your skin will be happy and nothing bad will happen to it. But maybe you should just stay indoors and the same thing will occur. But it's a bit cold at the moment, but it's cold outside too. Something good will happen, I'm sure. Like I washed my hair and it's gone all bouncy, that's something good. That's just about me though, I don't think that really helps anyone else in the world. And I really think that we should help everybody else in the world by spreading all the love and spreading all the food and spreading all the toast with lovely, lovely spread. Because that'll be great. I made some spread last week out of coconut oil and some olive oil. It was just oil really, and a bit of nutritional yeast and some salt. And you whip it all up and it's lovely. I don't think you care, but I did it anyway because it's something to do, isn't it? I suppose. Wow, that was fun. This is my Welsh guitar, the guitar that I use when I'm in Wales. It's so light and fluffy. Look, whoa, it's lighter than air. It's so lovely. And I got a mystery box last week. You might have caught that, and I've still got all my stuff right next to me because I haven't moved it. I moved some of the stuff that we had, and I've moved it downstairs because I've still got. Largely most of it is still in this box because there's a lot of Christmas food downstairs that's got to be eaten, and this is too much really. I don't know why I got the mystery box. I'm like, I can't really afford these mystery boxes anymore. I might not get any more for a while. It's not really. Oh, cookies and candy. I made, like I said, marron glacé and a spread made of coconut oil. And I helped make, and oh yes, and I made the Brussels sprouts with chestnuts today. There's a lot of chestnuts in the cookery. Everything's chestnuts. Chestnuts. That doesn't sound very cannibalism. Chestnuts. No, it was the chestnuts from the chestnut tree, obviously. And they were very nice. That took a long time. But that's nice. Yes, so cookies. I should make some cookies. I'm getting deja vu. I keep getting deja vu. I don't know what it is. I think it's the end of time and we're all wrapping it back up again now. I think that's what it probably is. What is the glacé? Marron glacé is you just boil up some chestnuts for a bit and then peel them, and then you boil them in a load of sugar syrup for ages and ages until it soaks most of it up, and then you put them in the oven for about 10 hours. You can put them in an airing cupboard for overnight, or in the sun if it's sunny, but of course it isn't sunny really, so I don't know why that was the suggestion really. I put them in the oven for 2 hours. And I was like, it's very low. It's like 50 to 70. Very low. And you're supposed to leave the oven open. So it made the kitchen lovely and warm. And then I was like, no, I'm not using them any longer. But we had the radiator on. So I basically put them on the radiator for a little bit longer. And so I don't know how food safe that is. But it did say put them in the airing cupboard. And the airing cupboard and the radiator are more or less the same thing, really. Yes, they are very nice. And they soak it all up. So you've got a juicy, sort of sugary... I made it with marron, which is chestnuts, but you can make, I was thinking you can probably use that to make other glacé fruits like plums or cherries, obviously, maybe glacé coconut, I don't know whether that would work, I suppose it would, any fruit, I don't know, oranges, lemon peel. I didn't used to like, when I was a kid, I used to, you get a fruit, mixed fruit, like raisins and sultanas, and peel. It always had peel. I was like, ugh, that's horrible. But I think if I was going to make my own peel, I could do that, because I've still got some lemons. Someone please remind me of, I didn't see what that said. Top chat. Remind you. Kefir, yes, you should get the kefir at the airing cupboard, Ollie. Yeah, sugar plums, exactly. It's exactly like sugar plums. That's what I was thinking. Sugar plums are dancing in my head. And I was like, what's the difference between sugar plums and marron glacé? So obviously sugar plums are made of plum and marron glacé are made of chestnuts. But I think it's just sweetmeats. They are a traditional sweet. I mean, I was doing some GCSE work, because I tutor. I was using GCSE work with with one of my students, and we were reading like unseen text extracts from something, and there was one extract that was by Clive James, who's an Australian broadcaster that came to Britain, about all the different Australian sweets, and apparently you call all Australian sweets lollies, and that was really interesting. And then as a contrasting piece, they had a bit about Victorian sweets, where all the sweets were made by young children, tiny girls in factories that were breathing in horrible chemicals, and it was like, oh, sweets now, this is like 1840, sweets now are nutritious and delicious, and are made with vegetable dyes, whereas 10 years ago they were made of copper and lead. It's like, what? Apparently, before the 1840s and the innovations of vegetable dye and some doctor had made these, they used to make the sweets out of heavy metals and poison everybody. But of course they're nutritious now. It's just sugar, and also and sweatshops where you have child labour. So yes, it's nutritious and delicious, except for the children that were working in the factory. So yes, Christmas sweets probably have got a history of not being so great for anyone, really bad. But these particular ones are delicious because they're nutritious, and I made them, and it took, I'm just like, it was taking forever. The chestnuts, the peel wouldn't come off them, and I was like, in the end I was just like, yeah, it'll come off eventually if I boiled it in sugar syrup. Of course it didn't, and the trouble with the inner chestnut peel is it's all fuzzy and bitter, and so I'm like, it'll be alright, because I tried one, it was like, so then I had to go out of my way to try and chip off all the excess sugar and try and get the peel off, and I think I did it in the end, which is good. So I had about £48 worth of chestnuts, which is about that much. Like 12 chestnuts, it would have been £48 if I'd have bought them. And I was like, when I started on this journey, like, I can't believe they cost so much. By the end of it, I was like, I just pay anything to not have to do this faff. It's such a faff. It's so hard. It's really hard work. But it's done now. And I think they were successful, and maybe I'll do them again in the future, but I'll do them well in advance and think about it, so then I can use an airing, because there's not an airing cupboard here. I would have just put them in the airing cupboard, but there isn't one here, so I didn't. Well, there is one, but it's not got a border anymore. It's just a cupboard. It's just an empty cupboard. And also there was a flea infestation when I came here in the summer, and I think it sort of it originated in that cupboard. So even though that was all dealt with, I don't really trust that cupboard anymore. I think maybe I wouldn't put something edible in there for the fear of it being infested with fleas and other horrible creepy crawlies when I came back to see it. So I didn't do that. So what a Christmas special this is, talking about poisonous sweets and fleas. It's nearly 2023. It's 2022. Have you got any New Year resolutions? I haven't got any either. Have you got some too? Because I haven't. But you might have some too. That makes no sense if I haven't got them though, does it? No. Happy Christmas! Happy Christmas! Happy Christmas! Yes, lead, exactly, Gion. Lead. Lead sweeties. Yummy, 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 yummy. I love sweeties that are made of lead and copper. I had a copper drinking vessel once, and it seemed to be good. I thought, whoa, that's going to be good, because copper can't be bad for you, can it? No. And I had water in it for a while, which was alright. But then I had those things that you put in water to make sort of infused water. And I had some ones with little berries in them, and I left them in the water in the copper flask. And I left it overnight, and I drank it in the night, and it wasn't great, to be honest. I think I might have made a battery, and I think I might have drunk a battery acid in my sleep, and I don't think I'm going to do that again, so don't ever do that again. Don't put something acidic in a copper container, because you probably won't be coming out very well from that. it's a mystery what I think I might have killed myself. Or I might have invented a battery. They did find a battery in the Mediterranean, didn't they? They found like an ancient battery. It's just like they used to get like either copper containers or even stone containers with a bit of copper in them, and then fill them up with vinegar, and then you could power things. I saw something on another platform where somebody had put some nails in the end of a pickle and then plugged in the pickle, and the pickle lit up like a Christmas light. Whoa, it was so pretty, but I don't think that's a sensible thing to do. So, I decorate a tree with pickles. I've developed recently a liking for pickled cucumbers. They didn't have any normal pickled cucumbers. They just had gherkins, which are pickled cucumbers. I don't know, honestly, I don't know the difference because I'd never really eaten gherkins in the past. They were more of a dad thing. But I started eating pickled cucumbers fairly recently, like a potato light, exactly. You can make a lovely battery out of potato. All sorts of things. Electricity is all around us. Electro pickle, exactly. So pickles, there's like Polish pickles and pickles like Mrs. Ellswood pickles are good ones. They're very nice. There's a couple of different sort. Hamisha pickles and so sweet pickles and sour sweet pickles and all sorts. And it's like I didn't think I would like pickles, but I do like pickles. And I didn't have any, and I bought some gherkins, and it turns out gherkins taste exactly the same, so I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. Pickles, exactly. But I didn't really think I like pickles. I've got my whole life going, pickles. And to be honest, pickled cucumbers are really the only ones that I do eat. I don't know what other pickles taste like. I should maybe broaden my palate. And maybe I'll have a different pickle every week. I'll go, I actually like pickled lime pickles. Maybe I do like pickles, different sorts of pickles. I actually like kimchi. Actually, thinking about it, I've eaten lots of pickles without realising that they are pickles. Yes, pickles. Pickled asparagus, is it? Yes. Oh, well, Merry Christmas, Danny. Yes. Pickles. Yeah, no, so pickles is one of those things that I was like, ew, pickles are horrible. Ew, pickles are nasty. Ew, pickles are something I will never eat. And then I discovered that I quite like pickles, as I will eat pickles, and I do like pickles, and I think that they're probably one of the good things in the world. I suppose olives are sort of pickles as well, and I do like olives too, but I didn't have any pickles until fairly recently, and I had olives in my late teens when I went to France, and I was like, ew, what is this? Because I had not had a pickle until I was 18 years old. No, I'd not had an olive till I was 18 years old. I'd not had a pickle till fairly recently, to be honest. That sounds like some sort of euphemism. It's not. But pickles are quite nice, and olives are quite nice, and I will eat anything if it tastes quite nice, and that also sounds like a euphemism, and it isn't, though. I think maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's a metaphor. Who even knows? Pickles are nice. Anyway. Yes. But yes, exactly. It should be. I'm really in a pickle. Yes, exactly. Quite right. So yes, this is quite near the end of the day if you're in Wales, which I am, or in Britain as a whole. It's getting, I think it's like 1:30. I don't even know what time it is. I've got spent the day going, what time is it? What time is it? Like I woke up, for instance, it was about 6 or 7 o'clock, and I went downstairs. It was dark. It was so dark outside. It was like, why is it so dark? And then it was like, oh no, and then we realised the clock was set wrong. And then it was like, okay, is it, 6 o'clock? Is it 7 o'clock? It's so dark. And then my mother put on the BBC iPlayer, and she's like, oh, it's only 6 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what's happening? Turned out she'd put on replay. So she'd gone back to the beginning of the programme, the BBC breakfast news programme thing. It was like, it's not 6 o'clock. It just feels like 6 o'clock. So I don't know, really. It's discombobulated me. Is that even a word? just it's thrown me out the whole day. So now I'm like, oh, what time is it? I don't know. Watched Aladdin earlier on the TV, and yeah, we had a very late lunch, and now I'm just like, what time is it? It's nearly over. Like when I was a child, we used to spend Christmas Day in the house, and then at about 6 or 7 o'clock we'd all go up to my grandmother's. My grandmother, when she lived in a house, the whole family, she had 9 children, so the whole family would gather at Christmas most years. Sometimes some of them had other family because, you know, they'd married people and they went away, but usually there'd be lots of people in the house. And then as she got older, she was in more sheltered accommodation, and they had a great big hall which most of the people had gone away for the Christmas to visit family and stuff. So we had the whole hall to ourselves, my whole family, in this big hot one, and we'd have a Christmas tree that we'd dance around. We'd have to, like when we were children, we'd have to sing Sally goes round the sun, Sally goes round the moon, Sally goes round the Christmas tree on a Sunday afternoon, or the chimney pot. It wasn't a Christmas tree. Sally goes round the chimney pot on a Sunday afternoon. And then you'd all fall over. It was nothing to do with the Christmas tree. I don't know why we danced around the Christmas tree, and I was like, what? That's that doesn't make sense. And I asked loads of people, and they're like, no, we never did that. And I was like, why did we used to do that? I don't know. And then I looked up the Sally goes around the sun, Sally goes around the moon. And apparently it's a tune from Saint Helena, which is in the middle of the Atlantic. It's like just off the coast of Africa. It's like, I don't know whether we've got some sort of connection with this mid-Atlantic in the middle of nowhere. It's like one of the places when they used to when people used to go from Africa to America for reasons, bad reasons, they used to stop at St. Helena's on the way. And it's also where Napoleon was exiled. Anyway, this is a song from there. It's like, well, why are we singing it? So going around the Christmas tree. I just don't know whether anybody else is. Am I a coffee drinker? I am a coffee drinker, but I drink a cup of coffee in the morning, and then I'm not. That's one big cup of. Well, I actually had 2 cups of coffee today because it was Christmas. But usually I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and then I stop drinking coffee by about 11 or 12 o'clock because I cannot stomach it after that. It makes me ill and bad. So I have a very big cup of coffee, and it lasts me the whole day, and then 24 hours later I have another cup. It lasts me a long time. It's a big cup. That big, that much coffee in the morning. When I was working for the magazine quite a while ago in London, I discovered venti coffees, which are like 6 or 7 shots. They're that big. And I used to get one on the way to work, especially on the day where I was working for a Pokemon magazine, and a Beanie Baby magazine. And the Beanie Baby magazine, we used to buy it in from America, and one of my jobs was to get like this whole listings of all the Beanie Babies and the prices of the Beanie Babies and turn the dollar listings into pound listings. So I'd have to look up the equivalent of what the dollars were in pounds and change them. Unfortunately, right, the way that the layout was, it was, if you touched it, it would just go everywhere. So I would have to like cut and paste everything, and it was not automated. I'd have to get out the thing and put them back in again. There was no way around it because it was just really badly formatted, and I had to deal with it. So this took hours, and nobody seemed to realise how bad it took. So I used to get one of these giant coffees on the way to work and drink it, and I was just being like, and be frustrated for the whole morning. Anyway, I was quite happy getting this giant coffee, but there was this bloke in the Costa in Camden Town. It was a Costa. That I used to get some tarta de nonna, I think it was called. Anyway, it was like a sort of almond polenta cake. They don't do it anymore, but they did do it at the time. And a giant coffee, a giant black coffee. And the guy that worked there said to me, I don't think I should sell it to you because it's too big for you. Too much coffee. It's like, they sell this coffee, just sell me the coffee. Just sell me the coffee. And I was like, I'm not in the mood to be told by some man in a coffee shop that I'm not allowed to have this giant coffee that I am paying with my own money and really need to get me through this very stressful thing that I'm going to do today, that nobody seems to understand how bad it is that I have to manually get all these Beanie Babies and stick them in a page and change all the dollars. And I think even it wasn't even right, because I mean, Beanie Babies, the price that you pay for them, it's like, this is what they're worth. It's like, they're probably not worth it. I could have just made things up, to be honest. It's like, I think they're worth £10 today. So people would be looking at what these Beanie Babies are worth. It's like the equivalent dollar. I think it was 1.65 pound to dollar to pound, rather, because it was dollar to pound at that time, which is unheard of. I think it's 112 to the... It's not a lot now. It's a lot more back in the day. And so the Beanie Baby, I suppose, would have been worth quite a lot in pounds. Or not a lot. I don't know. I don't even know. It was... whatever it was. It was complicated. Anyway, that was just me talking about coffee for no reason at all. I will drink my coffee. Do not tell me I cannot drink my coffee. It's my coffee. I am definitely a coffee drinker. And coffee has been the bane of my existence. I drank a load of coffee the day that I lost my... Well, you know, the day that I did something that people do as a sort of rites of passage. I had drank a lot of coffee that day and I was on edge. I had been very, very, very coffee driven that day. I had been coffeeed up to my head. I don't know why I drank so much coffee, but it's the last day that I had coffee, because it's probably, I should have given up coffee altogether, because I had coffee, and then I went to somebody's house and took my dress off, and then other things happened inevitably, and I felt really sick, and then afterwards I felt awful. And it might have been what happened, and it might have been the coffee, but it was awful. So I'm not going to drink that much coffee anymore. You can tell me that I shouldn't drink coffee and I will be angry, but you're probably right. Coffee is too much. Coffee could put me on top of the pops. Coffee. I will drink the coffee and I will not be tomorrow. Coffee is something that I will drink, and I will drink it until it blows out of my head. Which you probably will if I drink too much coffee. I will not be still, because it will be making me go really on edge. I drank too much coffee, and it made me very ill. And I will not be doing that again. But don't tell me not to, because I will. And it will not be good for me. But anything you tell me, I will do the opposite. Thank you very much. Anyway, I'm going to not have a New Year's resolution to give up coffee, because that's futile. I will not do that. I have very little in my life, and coffee is the thing that I still have. Coffee. But I can't drink it after about 12 o'clock, or I will turn into a gremlin. And that's what will happen if I drink coffee after a certain time. Anyway, yes, so you've been lovely. I hope that... Thank you for joining me. I'm surprised I thought, people would be having lives and doing busy things, but very much like me. No. It's just not that I'm saying that you have no lives. You have lives. This is your life. You're watching me, and I'm watching you. But I can't see you. It's great. Yes, exactly. So what is today? I don't know. It's just today. I forgot to do with even Christmas. It's probably just as well. Okay, thank you very much. Happy Christmas. Happy 7th day of Hanukkah. Is there anything else? Is Eid gone? Somebody said in 2031 Eid and Christmas is on the same day. But it's not 2031, so I don't know what's happening today. I've got no clue. I'm not an atheist. I'm sort of agnostic in that if you believe, then I'm happy for you. I don't know. I don't care. It's lovely that you have that thing in your life. So happy Christmas if that is your thing. And enjoy the rest of it. And have some eggnog or something. I've never had eggnog. Very much like pickles. Maybe I'd like it. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't really. Yeah. Is there egg in eggnog, or is it very much something that just says it's got? Anyway, I haven't got any of that, so I'm probably not going to try it. Is there vegan eggnog? Is that a thing? I don't even know what it is. Okay, I'm going to go now anyway, because I did have too much coffee, even though that's many hours ago. Yeah, all right then. Happy Christmas. Yeah, bye-bye. Oh, well, have a lovely rest of the day, even if that is true. I'm sure it's not true. Everybody's got a life. I was opening the curtains for my parents this morning. I was like, life is too short to have to open these curtains. It was taking ages as they had you open 4 curtains, drapes if you're American, and then you have to tie them up and then open the blinds. And I was like, and then I was thinking, life is too short to have to open curtains. And I was thinking, no, this is proof that you're still alive. It's proof. Even if it's just opening curtains, whatever you do, however mundane, whatever's happening, just sitting here and watching me talking about curtains is proof that you're alive. Hooray! It's life affirming in a very strange way. Anyway, I'm going now. Happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever else is going on today. Happy, happy, happy. Bye-bye. Stay warm, exactly. Bye-bye.